why air traffic controllers didn't sound alarms before a near collision near Burbank, California, Friday between Las Vegas-bound Southwest Flight 1496 and a Hawker Hunter, a privately owned British fighter jet. The mid-air scare forcing the Southwest pilot to dive roughly 500 feet, according to flight tracking data.
The entire plane was screaming when the plane dropped, and then holding on for dear life.
Brenda Friedman, on vacation with her husband, recorded videos for their children.
I said, I love you. And I said, I'm never doing this again. I'm never getting on a flight without you ever again.
Videos she took show a pilot checking on a flight attendant, Southwest saying 2 were injured, 1 taken to the hospital. Pilots telling passengers they made the maneuver following onboard alerts from the plane's TCAS, or Traffic Collision Avoidance System, an automated emergency system that warns pilots of other approaching aircrafts. Passengers applauding when the plane landed safely in Vegas. Former FAA air safety investigator Jeff Guzzetti says it's too soon to know who's responsible. Should air traffic control have issued a warning before the TCAS system went off? Is it rare that goes off with no other warnings prior?
So ostensibly, yes. Now, I'm not sure if the controller is culpable here. We don't know what the controller was seeing on his screen.
This latest post call in the air comes 6 months after the crash over the Potomac near D.C. between a military chopper and a passenger jet that killed 67. The NTSB is set to begin a public hearing on that crash next week. Jose?
Maggie, Vespa, thank you. We are following breaking news in Michigan tonight, where state police say they are investigating a multiple stabbing incident at a Walmart. Maya Eaglin is following the latest. Maya, what do we know?
Good evening, Jose. Officials say the injuries range in severity. Police say a suspect is in custody and there was no longer a danger to the public at this time. A local hospital confirmed to NBC News that at least 11 victims are being treated from this incident. This happened at the Walmart in Traverse City, Michigan, about 2 hours north of Grand Rapids. We'll continue to monitor and update as we learn more. Jose?
Also tonight, Israel's military says it is resuming humanitarian aid drops inside Gaza. Aid organizations have warned of mass starvation within the Palestinian enclave. Today's announcement comes after Israel's government faced growing pressure over that humanitarian crisis. President Trump is in Scotland this weekend for trade meetings with the EU and the UK, but the firestorm over Jeffrey Epstein is overshadowing his trip as we are learning more about the limited immunity Epstein's accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, received during 9 hours of questioning. Kelly O'Donnell is traveling with the president.
Escaping the extreme heat of Washington, political and otherwise, for this 5-day private visit to Scotland. President Trump on the tee at one of his family-owned golf courses. But European officials are ready to meet, including UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer. And tomorrow, the EU president, who's working toward a tariff deal for her 27-nation bloc.
With the European Union, I think we have a good 50-50 chance. That's a lot.
But deflecting on the controversy around the Jeffrey Epstein files.
You're making a very big thing over something that's not a big thing.
However, a senior administration official says the Justice Department granted limited immunity to Epstein co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell, allowing her to answer 2 days of DOJ questions without risk of additional prosecution. Maxwell is serving a 20-year sentence for sex trafficking.
People on his client list may be outed in the coming days. I can't wait for that.
That was conservative podcaster Dan Bongino before he became the FBI's deputy director, and before he threatened to quit that job when the administration said there was no client list and no Epstein files would be released. Today, a cryptic new post from Bongino, writing that he is shocked down to my core. Bongino refers to public corruption and political weaponization, but without explanation, yet declares we are going to get the answers we all deserve. After hours of interview with Ghislaine Maxwell, a top DOJ official says they will provide more about what they learned at an appropriate time. Jose?
Kelly O'Donnell with the president in Scotland. Thank you. Tomorrow on Meet the Press, Kristen Welker will have the latest on the Epstein case, interviewing House Speaker Mike Johnson and South Carolina Senator